Hi, this is Zach Neal from Zach's Traders Cafe with a look at the major markets on Monday, the 8th of August. Starting off with the FTSE 100 and just closing below 6,800 and just below that red April resistance line projection. Above that, we're looking at a target as high as 71.50 over the next few weeks, which is the top of a rising June trend channel. RSI at 65, so still not overbought. Overbought would be 70 plus, and we're away from that by a reasonable margin, so a chance of fresh gains. Stop loss at this stage probably around the 66.70 area, which is the floor of the channel from June on an end of day close basis. Next up is the DAX, which is trading, I suppose, behind the FTSE in terms of where it is in its range. 10,400, 10,500 is what we've been looking for, which would be post-April resistance. So hopefully over Monday, Tuesday, we get through towards 10,500, especially while the price action remains above the 10-day moving average at 10,261. Probably the best aspect here, if you are a bull of this market, is the way that the RSI is still just under 62, which is way off being overbought and allows decent scope for further upside. Just how high that we could get, probably suggested by a line of resistance towards 11,000 from the end of January. At this stage, only back below the 200-day moving average at 1,080 really would be outright negative as far as leading German stocks are concerned. Moving on to the Dow, the American markets here, obviously helped by the bumper jobs number on Friday. Actually gapped, pushed, nearly gapped through the 10-day moving average. It pushed strongly through it to 18,429. Target here now up to 19,100, which is the top of a rising June trend channel, and only back below that initial August support, 18,247, even beginning to suggest that we're looking at a topping out for this market. On to the S&P, and here we see that we've got a rising trend channel from the end of June as well. Support notionally towards 2150, which is the floor of the channel, and above that as high as 2250, which is the 2-month resistance line projection. That could be seen as soon as the end of this month. Nasdaq was different from the old economy indices in that it was hardly blinked at all, and this did actually gap up through the 10-day moving average area and also the initial August resistance of 47.67, while we're above that on an end of day close basis. The target here is high as 49.50, which is the top of the June rising trend channel. Onto the currencies, and cable obviously hit by the bazooka on Thursday from Bank of England Governor Carney. We're basically back below recent support, or towards recent support, 130.65 on the close. While there's no end of day close, back above this July support line, and the 10-day average at 131.83. The target is a retest of 127.98, the July low, and that could happen over the next week or so. For the euro, it's been a bit of a funny ride, but we had that bull trap through 112 and then back below the 50-day moving average at 111.52. While there's no end of day close back above the 50-day line, we risk heading towards the bottom of this falling trend channel from April down to 109, which is effectively where we were at the end of June. Dollar yen always provides entertainment, especially these days, but what's interesting here is the way that we've had some support coming in towards the 101 level, but the message is still, though, while there's no end of day close back above the 10-day moving average at 102.66, there's still the risk of a probe below the 100 yen level within that falling trend channel from the beginning of May. Finishing off with gold, and this hurt by the bumper jobs numbers on Friday, so we have had lower highs come in for August. Just holding on that support line, the floor of this rising May trend channel, so it'll be interesting to see whether the 1335 area holds early this week, in the new week. End of day close above the 10-day moving average at 1345, the best buy trigger if you're looking for a push towards $1,400. That's it from me. More updates at the same time tomorrow.